Hi, I'm Elizabeth Rimmer and I'm Clinical Director for London Professional Aesthetics. We get asked the same questions about our treatments, especially the popular ones like lip fillers, over and over. So I thought it might be really helpful to answer some of those questions for you. What are lip fillers made of? So the lip fillers that we use here at London Professional Aesthetics, and indeed the safest lip fillers that you should be looking at, are made from a substance called hyaluronic acid. Now that's something that's found naturally in the body, so this is a synthetic version of it, and it's a kind of a gel-like substance. One of the qualities that hyaluronic acid has is that it will attract moisture to the area. So that's really helpful when we're looking to kind of revive and plump and rejuvenate an area. So lip fillers are essentially made from something called hyaluronic acid. Are lip fillers safe? Lip fillers are a treatment that I would really emphasise. It's incredibly important that you see somebody who has a medical background and who has sufficient skills and experience to administer the treatment. If you do that, if you do your homework, then you'll find that your lip filler treatment is very, very safe. However, in the wrong hands, this may not be the case. So my recommendation to you when you're doing your research is to start on a website called SafeFace, because that will at least provide you with options of people who are all medically trained and have the correct qualifications and experience in order to keep you very safe. Will my lips look natural? So lip filler can definitely be done so that it looks natural and nobody will notice. That might be hard to believe because I know there's a lot of people walking around with terrible looking lips. But as I always say to my clients, for all of those people, there's people walking around that you wouldn't even consider had had a treatment because they look so natural. So yes, the short answer is that lip filler can be carried out so that it looks beautiful, soft, natural, and no one will even know that you've had something done. How long do lip fillers last? Okay, so lip enhancement is basically using a type of dermal filler. Now it used to be, because the lips move a lot, that lip filler didn't last very long. However, nowadays we have much more refined products that tend to last much longer. So a lip treatment these days is going to last you somewhere in the region of 9 to 12 months. What happens once the lip filler wears off? So all aesthetic treatments, it's not just an on-off button. What will happen with your lip filler treatment is that gradually over time the product will get metabolized out of your body. So it's not an overnight thing. You won't wake up one day and the lips are deflated. It's a very gradual kind of process. And as I said, it just gets metabolized out of the body. If you're not sure about when to retreat, that's when you can use your practitioner, who should be able to guide you. No, don't do it yet, there's still some product there, or yes, we could give that a little bit of an enhancement again. So always use your practitioner if you're unsure as to whether you're ready for treatment or not. Do lip fillers hurt? So the lips are super sensitive. There's loads of nerve endings, there's loads of blood vessels. They're made especially to be that way. So the lips are one of the more sensitive areas to treat. Having said that, we use a super strong numbing cream and we leave that on the lips for a sufficient amount of time in order to make the treatment feel as comfortable as possible. Added to that, the filler that we use here at LPA is combined with a numbing agent in the actual filler itself, which makes the treatment really pain-free. It can feel similar to a dentist by the time you leave, your lips feel a bit numb, but yes, it is a comfortable treatment and the numbing effect will wear off fairly quickly after your appointment. Can lip fillers be removed or dissolved? So hyaluronic acid based lip fillers can be dissolved using an enzyme that breaks down the hyaluronic acid. That being said, I would really urge you to go into your treatments having done as much research as you possibly can, because we don't want to dissolve unless there's really a need. Dissolving can have its own side effects and complications, and it's there as a safety blanket, and my advice is it shouldn't be used without too much thought. So yes, it's an option, but what we want to do is to try and avoid using that. How much do lip fillers cost? So all aesthetic treatments, when you start doing your research, you're going to see that there's huge price variations. Some of them are down to where you live in the country, and others may be reflecting on who's actually carrying out the procedure and the kind of product that they're using. So a word of warning when it comes to lip fillers, please be careful about going anywhere that's super cheap, okay? With lip fillers, it's really important that you have an experienced medical professional carrying out the treatment. That being said, you can opt to go super expensive. Here at LPA, I always say that we're kind of middle of the road for prices. So when it comes to lip fillers, our prices will range from $275 to $400, and that will last you, that's a treatment that will last you about 12 months. What are the potential side effects? Lips are super sensitive, they were made that way. So some of the side effects are really, really common. In fact, I always tell people to factor them in as a given, and if they don't happen, that's great. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about things like swelling. So most people will experience some degree of swelling. What that means is the minute the treatment is done, the lips may look bigger than you wanted them to look. By the time you go to bed that night, you might think, oh my gosh, they've got even bigger. And when you wake up in the morning, they can look bigger still. The swelling period will usually last for about 48 hours, and it is completely normal. The other thing that can happen with lip fillers, because our lips are pink, that's because there's loads of blood vessels there. So bruising can be a really common effect with lip filler as well. However, all of that being said, it's really important that you let your practitioner know when you experience something that you don't want to experience or that you're worried about, because all of that will mean that your practitioner has the ability to keep you really safe, keep a close eye on you, and make sure that there's nothing untoward going on.